All right, well, it's time to get this ring light out of this box and set it up. I showed you the importance of a ring light the other day, but I didn't show you how to put it together. So let's take it out. I'll show you what's inside, and it is super easy to set up. All right, so if you were to take an x-ray and look inside, this is what you would see. You've got this box right here, which contains the actual ring light itself. Then you have this box up here, which has all the cords. And then you have this box over here, which contains the tripod piece. So let's take those parts out and put it together. Okay, so this is what we've got in here as Daisy looks on. We've got ring light instructions. We've got customer service information. We've got some filters that you can actually put over the light to give it a different type of effect. What do you think, Daisy? We've got plug here, as I mentioned. Just some more little things you would clip on over the light if you want different types of effects. And then here's something else, for the plug and the power supply. And then you've got these, little miscellaneous pieces and stuff to attach it. So that's this box. Daisy, you grab me the other box now? All right, well, Daisy said that this tripod piece was too big for her to grab, too heavy, so I went and grabbed it myself. It's pretty straightforward. It comes just wrapped in plastic, and this is going to be the base right there. There you can see her behind me looking for stuff. So we'll just take this right out of here, and opens up very easily, and we'll just put the ring light is going to fasten into here. You'll see later. All right, well, this is the big box that the ring light comes in. You might think it would be heavy, but no, I mean, it is light as a feather. So we'll just pull it out. Now, this one's a little bit different than the other one that I showed you in the prior video because you don't notice any bulbs here. The other one that I have has a fluorescent bulb that wraps all the way around. I showed it in the other video. I'll show it to you again a little bit later. But this one I paid a little bit more, like $20 more, to get LED lighting. So a little fancy schmancy pants there. And we'll see how this one works compared to the fluorescent one. So I'm excited to see that. Okay, so the first thing you have to do to assemble this is you have to open up the tripod, which is very easy. You just take two hands like that and just pull it open like this, and it just, goes back and forth like an accordion. So real simple. Then you just want to adjust these knobs to extend or to bring down this stem that's inside, and this will help you to raise or lower the ring light for different purposes. So you can see here, you can just pull it out like that, and then wherever you want to stop it, all you have to do is tighten up the little knob here below, and then you'll see you won't be able to push it down anymore. So you just want to loosen it up then if you want to extend it out even further. And so there's different levels of this, so then you could even go here, and if you want to pinch it at this part, you could just stop it by tightening this knob over here. So it gives you different levels of flexibility. So this one opened up a little bit, so you could open up and have it extend out that way, or you could decide, all right, you know what, I want to stop it right there, and so you just adjust this by tightening it, and now there you go. That's not going to move. This is not going to move. You're all set. So I'm just gonna set this up on the floor, and then we're gonna assemble the head here right on top of that. Okay, so all I did was open up this bottom as I showed you earlier, and then I just pushed it all the way down like that. And then all you gotta do is turn this knob right here, and that's gonna hold it into place. So I'm doing it with one hand, but you could obviously do it faster when you're using two hands, but you're just gonna tighten it up so this doesn't move around, and then we're going to tighten these top pieces right here as well. Okay, so I'm just pulling it all the way up, and then you'll just hear like it can't go anymore. It'll just make like a click, and then once it does that, here, listen. See that? And then once you hear that, all you have to do is tighten this one up and put this one into the lock position. And then we'll just tighten this one right here. Now, you could extend it even higher. I mean, this will go all the way up almost to the ceiling. I mean, that's how high up this will extend. I'll show you. I mean, there you go. There's the ceiling, and this just to give you a frame of reference. I mean, I'm 6'6". I've got my sneakers off, and it goes right up to my height there. So without the top on it, it's about a 6'6" extension. That's amazing. That's really high. So it gives you a good opportunity to get all sorts of different top-down viewing angles with this light. Now this is the fluorescent one that I was talking to you about that has that bulb that goes all the way around. For this one, I have not needed to use any filters on it. It just gives a nice light that shines down on it. The filters that it comes with are orange ones, like the LED one comes with as well. But for the LED ones, it also gives you a white filter to have the light come out, which I think you probably need that because it's just a different type of lighting. This, as you could see, just gives a nice light right through the bulb, so I haven't felt that I've needed to use any kind of filter. But let's go over to the LED one. We're gonna put some white filters on top of it. Okay, so as you can see, they give you 4 different white filters. Now they also give you these orange filters, but like I said, we're not gonna use those right now. Now, this one you want to apply first. This one's different from the others because this has this little semicircle on the bottom, and that's going to go right here. You see, that's the only one that's going to fit that, and you just snap it into place here. And then after that one's snapped in, we just take the other 3 and snap around and put it right into place. And as you can see, what happens is they just clip on with these little clips. So, you just push up and then just push down. So it's very simple. They just fasten into place like that just by snapping in like that. Yeah, so that's one thing you noticed there, me struggle with for a moment as I was assembling this, is that they do have like these little slots. So you see here how it's grooved like this. So this piece right here has to snap into that like a puzzle piece. And then, this piece over here is going to have to go underneath that one for it to fit in. But once you do that, then you'll be all set and you'll have these seams that go together really well. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is assemble this onto this. Now I did lower this a bit just to make this easier to do and to show you with me sitting down. But you could adjust it to whatever height is comfortable to you. Now this is the same on both of the units. This is going to be your connecting piece right here. So it just moves up and down like that. Now you could tighten it with the knob, but for right now it comes loose, at least mine did. Both times. And so you just take it, you straighten it out, and then you are just going to insert this right into there. Now you're gonna have to open this wheel because, as you can see, there is a screw inside. And so if you just try to push it straight down, it's not going to fit. So you have to turn this so that it comes out. In fact, if you want to just make it easier, you could just pull this thing all the way out like this, and you'll be fine. I just realized how much I am tilting my head down like this. But anyway, okay, so we're just gonna put that down here, and it should fit. Okay, now importantly, they don't tell you about this part, but you see this little black piece right here? That's got to come off to get this part to fit into here, because if you don't do that and you just try to assemble it like this, you see here how you have this silver part that's being exposed. You don't want that. It's going to be unstable. This thing's going to come crashing down and your ring light is going to be broken. So what you have to do is just unscrew this part right here. Let's take it off, just a couple of turns, and then you could take this, slide this right down into it, and now you could see we don't have any of that silver being exposed. This little piece right here, that little ring that goes around, that's just normal. But what you don't want is any of this part right there to be exposed. So once you've got it down like that, just hold it into place. And then, you can take your knob that we pulled out before and you just put it onto the side like this. And then drop the knob, and then, or don't drop the knob. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this knob and just put it right in here and just tighten it up. Now, don't make the mistake of once this is tightened to just let go of it. Because if you do that, what's gonna happen is this is going to fall down and it's gonna crash all over the place and you're gonna break your ring light. What you wanna make sure you do is hold on to it because there's a knob on the other side. And you've got to make sure that this knob right here, let me tilt it down so you can see. So this knob here also has to be tightened. And once both of them are tightened, then you're all set. Then you could just let it go and you could see here, it's not gonna fall. I could swing it around, whatever. I could pretend it's a guitar, you know, whatever you want to do, you're all set. So now all we've got to do is attach the plug and turn it on and see how it works. Okay, so very simple. You're just gonna take this plug, just gonna take this part here, put it right into this power base. So it just goes in like that. And then this piece right here connects right into this part of the ring light. Okay, now before I turn this on for the first time, one thing I just want to tell you about this, which is a little bit weird, but it's an easy fix, is that when you put this in here like this, it's easily going to pull right out, which you say to yourself, well, that's not going to work because this is just going to keep disconnecting the power all the time. But it has a little slot in here. You see, like there's like a little hole here. And what you want to do, this has like a little groove right there that goes right into that hole. So what you have to do is twist that right into it, and that basically locks it into place. So you just take it, turn it, and as you can see here, that just kind of fastens it right in place there. So okay, so it's all set. I plugged it in, so I'm gonna turn it on and let's see what kind of light this thing gives off. That's pretty good. That is definitely pretty good. Let's compare it side by side with the fluorescent one and see if there's a difference. Okay. Now they're both 18 inches and you can see they do look like they give off a little bit different of a light. Like this one here seems more bright white light, whereas this one has a little bit less of a white glow to it. So, you know, LED is supposed to be more powerful than the fluorescent. So I'm going to just work with both of them over time, and then eventually I will give you an update. But I will have a link to both the LED light and also the fluorescent light down below in the description section if you're interested, all right? All right, a couple of last points about the ring light that you should know. They are both fully dimmable, so there's just a little knob underneath that turns it on and off like this, so you could just, you know, put it at whatever intensity you want, which is even extra cool if you have two ring lights, because you could just create all sorts of additional effects. I really wouldn't worry much about having an LED and a fluorescent, two fluorescents, two LEDs. I mean, they still should do the job in terms of giving you a good lighting from both angles, eliminating shadows. Another thing that's really cool, and my other ring light, the fluorescent one, has this option as well, is that you could take this little piece here and it slides into a slot here. There's a groove here that you could see, and what this does is this is going to attach to this piece here, which serves as a phone holder. So you just take this part right here and you would just screw it in here, and so there's a little spot there, and then you could just see, you could just put your phone in, just kind of like a selfie stick, and then this way, you know, it just focuses right on the item. And if you want, you could even use this remote shutter that it has to take you know, pictures remotely. So that's really it in a nutshell. I definitely could tell you that I highly recommend the Neewer fluorescent ring light, and I mean, this one looks like it's going to be great as well, but I'll let you know over the next month or so how it seems to be working out. All right, well, there were some sales today and there were some inventory requests that were based on comments many of you had in prior videos. So I did get to all of those, but I'm going to put it all in a second video due out later today. So stay tuned for that one, and there's going to be a bunch of shout outs and that sort of thing. So I appreciate you coming by to this one. I hope you enjoyed seeing that ring light unbox, and now you have a better sense of what's inside. So again, if you are interested in either the fluorescent or the LED ring light, I do have them linked both down below. They are affiliate links. Any purchases of them do go to support the continuation of content here on this channel. So I always thank everybody who does support the channel in whatever way that you can, financially or not, and look forward to putting together some more videos, and we'll see what happens the next day here. So with that, I'm going to sign off. So don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you back at the next one. Take care.